Hi, last video I showed you how to tune violin with fine tuners, with these screws here. Today I will show you how to do it with pegs. So we need to tune with pegs when violin is really out of tune. Right now this violin is out of tune a lot. Like for G string you can see that it's really loose, like it doesn't even make any sound. And all other strings are also really out of tune. I just turned pegs on purpose to show you. So now you need to tune, you still start tuning from A string like you normally do, like I showed you in the previous video. So we need to check A first, and again you can do it with the app on your phone, or you can use piano. So as you remember, you have E, A, D, G strings. So you start tuning with A and you play A on piano, and then you play your A on violin and see if your violin is much higher or much lower. Just try to listen and match the sound. You can hear that it sounds completely different, right? So my violin is really low right now. That A string is really low. So what I do, I set violin on my knee just for support, and then with right hand I pluck A string, and then I need to, or with my left hand, you can pluck with left hand, and then I need to turn my A peg. So you can see the peg goes, the string goes on that peg, so that's your A peg. So to make it higher you turn away from you, and to make it lower you turn towards you. So since my string is really low, I need to turn peg away from me. But the really important thing, when you tune with pegs, do it really slow, like turn, even if you need to make it much higher, don't turn it right away, like the whole spin. Make it with small steps, like little by little, with stops in between. Because if you turn right away really fast, the string will pop. Because of the sudden pressure, the string will just break. So make it really slow with stops in between. Just turn, stop, turn, stop. Don't just spin the peg right away. So I need to make it higher, right? So I pluck my string and then I turn it up a little bit. Stop, pluck again, turn, stop, pluck again. Can you hear how the string goes higher? So I need more, a little more. Let's check with the piano. It's really close to the piano A, just a little bit low, but then once you're done turning the peg, you can tune with fine tuners. So you just adjust a little bit with peg, make it as close as possible to your real A, to piano A, or to your A on the app, and then you can do minor adjustments with fine tuners still, just to make it just a little bit higher, a little lower if it's a little off. So I'm done with A, now I'll do E. So I need to play E on piano and then play E on my violin. You can hear that it's really low, much lower. So you do the same thing. Set violin on your knee, pluck E with your left hand, and turn your E peg. So you can see that E goes on that peg. So this is E. I went a little too high, so I need to turn it back just a little bit. That's good. Okay, so same with D string. Again, it's much lower. And if you're a beginner, it will be hard for you to hear at first, to try to match to piano. So you can use app for the beginning. Just use up and see. The R will go much lower, right? Because it's really low. So just check with up and see whether your string is too high or too low, and then you will know which way to turn the peg. So my D string is on this peg. So I'll pluck and then turn up. Okay, now do same with G string. And I told you in the beginning that my G is really loose. So it's really low, it doesn't make any sound, so I just can turn it higher right away. And again, make it slow. So at first you can't really pluck it because it doesn't make any sound because it's so loose. So just turn first a little bit up and then you can pluck it. Okay, that's good. So sometimes the pegs don't stay on their spots. Like if you turn it up and then you leave it, it might turn back down by itself. It happens sometimes because of the violin quality, sometimes because of the weather. When it's rainy, lots of moisture in the air, pegs just don't behave. So no worries, you can try to do, like when you turn the peg, you also try to push inside, like you're turning inside. That will help. So then you don't just turn and leave, but you turn and push inside in that case. And then the peg will just stay inside. You just push it further. Okay, so I'm done tuning with pegs. Now the strings are really close to the real notes. Now I need to make just minor adjustments with fine tuners. And you do same, you tune with fine tuners the same way that I showed you in the previous video, in the first part. Again, you can do it with piano if you can hear, if it's easy for you. Or if you're a beginner, just use the app on your phone and tune it with app. So I'm gonna do it with piano today. Again, you start from A. Okay, so you can hear that my A went lower again. I tuned it before, I tuned it up, but now it's low again. So I need to tune with peg just a little bit more. That's another thing that happens with violins. If you start tuning from your higher strings and then you go to lower strings, sometimes just check back to higher strings because the pegs might turn a little bit down or up. So if you need to tune with pegs, you might need to do it like a couple times. Okay, that's good. E. D. See, my D is much lower again, so I need to do it with peg again. Okay, so again, I'll check A because I just turned the peg and these strings might go out of tune, so I'll check it one more time. Yeah, it went just a little lower, so I turned the fine tuner higher. And then E. And then D. It's a little high, so I'm gonna turn down. And then G.